LEGO Star Wars UCS A-Wing. May the 4th premium with purchase, Death Star 2 battle, an old school poly bag, and a giant box. Stay tuned to find out what's inside. Unboxing and review up next. Welcome, marketing chefs. I've got something truly special cooking in our Omni-Channel oven today. LEGO Star Wars UCS A-Wing, premium with purchase Death Star 2 battle, an old school poly bag, and what do you think is in this? Well, here's one giant box. What do you think's in this gigantic box? Let's find out. Up next in the Marketing Kitchen. Welcome to the kitchen, the Marketing Kitchen. Hi, I'm Ron Vining, your host of MarketingKitchenTV. LEGO Star Wars UCS A-Wing. May the 4th premium with purchase, Death Star 2 battle, and this nice little poly bag, an old school one. Can't believe I found that. But the big story is, what's in this giant box? It's a heavy box. In fact, of all the LEGO sets I've bought before, this is only the second heaviest LEGO Star Wars box. What do you think's inside? Could it be a set that I said was too expensive? The UCS LEGO Star Destroyer. It's a set that I was made famous talking about on the most popular LEGO YouTuber on the planet, Ryan from &R Production. And look what happened on his YouTube channel.
I feel like people are really blowing this out of proportion, and I don't understand why so many people are upset about this particular set costing so much. The other thing about this to me that's really fascinating is all these people are saying they're not going to buy this set and that it's a huge giant ripoff, but we have not even seen the set yet. That is blowing my mind.
With all due respect to &R Productions, I have seen the set now, and I still think $700 insane for another UCS set. A fantastic set, but I don't know, $700. LEGO, $600, and I'll buy. So I'm waiting. And wait I did, and true to my word, when I could purchase the UCS Star Destroyer for $525 US, I did. Let's take a quick look at my Star Destroyer collection before we unbox the UCS. From the LEGO magazine, well detailed, I really like that one. There's a Microfighter one, not so good. This one was probably one of the best of the mini builds. Here's my Star Destroyer collection, micro-sized with 2 of the larger ones. I don't yet have the Super Star Destroyer, nor will I probably ever get that. I lost my chance at getting that when it was at retail. There's no way I'm going to spend the money for that Darth Vader Super Star Destroyer is going for these days. And also, the thing is just so long. Again, I love the detail of UCS sets, but what do you do with them? I really, if LEGO continues to make system sets with greebling, which they've been doing lately, especially here with the First Order Star Destroyer, the detail is just so good. There's not a need for a UCS. I really love the Venator. I would love to get a system size of that. I'm hopeful that LEGO will make another version of it, and if they don't, then I'm going to have to find one on eBay. The one that you've probably never seen before there that I sort of focused in the middle right now, that was actually the Microfighter one, and I customized it. It just was too boxy for me to be a Star Destroyer. So again, I don't usually mock out the ships because I like to remain true to the LEGO design. If I'm going to build a mock, I like to sort of build that from scratch, not take somebody else's idea and tweak it. But there is pretty much my Star Destroyer collection as of the time of my filming that video. Again, I really hope they'll come out with a new Venator, because I'd love to add that at the system size to those two that I have. There hasn't been, actually I think the best Tantive to come out would have been the one that came with the buildable planets, and I made the mistake of not buying that. But that one is from the Advent calendar, so just showing the chase there. And then this was a mini build in store at LEGO Retail. It's just one of those sign up for build days. So just two different versions of that there, and then comparing it with the one from the Advent calendar. That one is more in scale with the system size set. But if you want to have something more in scale and more in detail, then look at this baby. This is just, this UCS Star Destroyer that came out last year. I love it. And of course I get it. You could throw as much greebling as you could find on a system size set, and you'd never get the same detail that you would receive in this set. I mean, look at holding the Tantive inside of its hangar bay with a mini TIE fighter. I mean, obviously this model is beautiful. These mini builds that come with it are highly detailed too. The buildable planet Tantive 4 is obviously better than this one, as I had mentioned before, but this is a quite nice model and fits well with this UCS set. It's truly stunning. It's just absolutely massive, and you need to have a place to store it. Or else, what else are you going to do with it? The minifigures are what really attracted me, from dual molded legs to printed arms. But yeah, this is just a fantastic display model. And I believe in a prior video I said that I didn't like buying UCS sets because they were too big. So why is it then that this is a UCS and this is a UCS? Watch the video and find out more. Yeah, I get it. I'm being totally inconsistent, but this model is gorgeous. And I needed to buy it in order to get the premium with purchase. And how else was I going to get that minifigure? If you watched the 6 videos that I filmed in celebration of May the 4th, 2020, leading up to the 100th episode of MarketingKitchenTV, you might have heard me say that I liked this set, but I wasn't going to buy it. Well, maybe it was the current situation and being locked at home that made me change my mind. But how can you not love this box art? I mean, it's just beautiful. And for any of you that did watch those videos, you know that I love LEGO Star Wars minifigures. And this is an exclusive minifigure right here. How could I resist not purchasing this set? Now, I'm going to unbox this, but I'm not going to build it right now. And the reason is I don't have a place to put it. Well, I have a lot of counter space, as you've seen if you've watched those 6 videos. So there's lots of display space, but I don't like to display my Lego out on the open. I like to display them in my cabinets. So for the time being, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this set, other than I will open it for the unboxing, and I will extract the minifigure to add to my collection for now. But it's a beautiful ship, and I'm really tempted. The Death Star 2 Premium with Purchase is the 3rd in the line of such sets, and we first received a Battle of Hoth, then we had the Ewok battle on Endor, and now we have the Death Star 2 battle. Now, I'm happy to have received this, but I'm a bit surprised that LEGO, well, I understand why LEGO went this path, because this ties into the UCS A-Wing. However, it would have been better for us to have received one from A New Hope, and then this year received the Hoth battle because it's the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back, and then to have perhaps received this one next year, or in the fall, right? So anyway, I'm a bit surprised that we received this, but I'm a big fan of the Death Star, and so of course I had to get this premium with purchase. So I look forward to building this. And I will do an unboxing on this channel, and I'm going to build it as well. So this one, you'll get my unboxing and review. And that leads us to, oh wait, one more first. I love to collect X-Wing polybags. Well, in fact, I collect every single LEGO Star Wars polybag, regardless of what the vehicle is. And I hadn't had this one yet. And when I went on the LEGO website to buy the sets that you see here, they had this on here still. Now, this set probably came out in 2015. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below, but I believe that was the year that the Yoda Chronicles had come out, and that's why Yoda's featured there. But I didn't have this polybag yet, so I figured I'd pick it up. It was still at about retail price, so it's a classic. I'm not sure if it's less on Bricklink or on eBay, but anyway, I know that it's brand new, so I picked it up. Also wanted to support my local LEGO vendor during this tough time, and that happens to be Bricks World here in Singapore. So we don't actually have official LEGO stores so official LEGO retail stores. We have what are called certified stores. So that's what Bricks World happens to be, and that's where I got these sets from. Now, right here is the UCS Star Destroyer that came out, it'll be last year, right? So right here is the UCS LEGO Star Destroyer, which came out in October or September for VIP of 2019. Now, on a much more famous YouTube channel than mine, a comment was shown where I said that the price of this was insane. And it certainly is insane. At the UCS Falcon was $799. This was $699. And to me, that is too much to spend on a LEGO set. For the Falcon, okay, fine. It's a classic, it was remade, gotta go for it. This is also a classic, also being remade. However, even though it's large and it's huge, the price point is still a bit too steep, in my opinion. And I think as consumers, we need to make a point to LEGO that anything over the $700 mark, so anything over the $500 mark is just too much money. So that being said, I did not buy this. I typically buy every LEGO Star Wars set within a month or two of when they come out. However, because of the high cost of this, I said no. I'm gonna wait till it goes on sale. And I did. And I paid approximately $200 less than the original sticker price, just by waiting a few months. I think obviously the economic conditions may have maybe why the price was more attractive, but the $699 price tag, in my opinion, was too high. $499, again, the set's huge. Okay, I'm down with that. So I have it here in the marketing kitchen, and I'm going to unbox this. I'm going to extract the two minifigures from it to show you them. Look at the instruction book, look at the packaging, all those fun things. But I'm not going to build that set yet, but I'm very tempted to build it soon. In fact, talking about building sets, I still haven't built the Master Builder's Cloud City yet. If you watched those 6 videos that I released on May the 4th, I showed you the unbuilt Cloud City next to the classic Cloud City. However, I did build the Cloud Car, and I had extracted those minifigures, and I just wanted to share with you right now that I have extracted the minifigures from Cloud City finally. I went through all of the bags, and I came this close to building it. But I'm working on a couple of projects right now and I just didn't have the time to do it. So all I could do now was extract the minifigures and build the Slave 1. All right, let's take a look at the unboxing of the parts for the Slave 1 portion of the Master Builders Betrayal at Cloud City set. Again, I'm just faced with that conundrum of, I love the minifigures, I like the build, but where the heck would I display it? Look at Lando's cape. It's so great to have this detail, especially on the inside, so film accurate, and the minifigures are just delightful. There's no way you could acquire all of these without breaking the budget, so you might as well just break down and buy the whole set. Get the Cloud Car and the Slave 1 and the exclusive minis. I'm going to talk to you in a minute about how I feel about these Master Builder size ships. So, and I really do like the new Slave 1. I think that's great. I in fact, just as an aside, talking about sizes of sets, I really find the UCS sets, I know they're highly detailed, they're fantastic models, they're great for display, right? But they're just so large. And then some of the system size sets are perfect size, but some of them also, you gotta look at, I think from LEGO standpoint, they look at it two ways. Well anyway, I look at it two ways. As a business person, I understand why LEGO comes out with sets the size that they do and the price points that they do. They need to try to justify the price by making the set a certain size, right? At the same time, what we saw with Darth Vader's castle, the TIE fighter that came with that, what we saw with the Slave 1 and the Twin Pod Cloud Car and the Master Builders Cloud City set, they are almost perfect accompaniments to the minifigures without taking up so much space. So for example, I'm going to deconstruct my UCS Slave 1. As much as I love it, it's just taking up too much space. As much as I love my UCS TIE Fighter, I'm also going to deconstruct it. Because why? It takes up too much space. Now the system size for the TIE Fighter is great. The system size for the Slave 1 for the 20th anniversary is also great. However, the Slave 1 and the Master Builders and Darth Vader's TIE Fighter from Darth Vader's castle are both so well detailed, yet so compact. I think about from a display aspect, if LEGO made more sets those sizes, I could buy more of them and have more of them on display. Maybe that's just my preference and I'm being selfish. And here this is a UCS video, but I'm talking about having something downscale. But I mean, I think we have microfighters, we have the 4+, we have system, and we have UCS. Now thrown into the mix, or maybe we'll call them the Master Builder size. And I would love to see more ships coming in that range. So LEGO, if you're listening, and I don't know if you are, but LEGO fans, I know you're watching. So please let me know in the comments below what size ships you prefer and why. I'd love to read those in the comments below. All right, let's get to unboxing the UCS Star Destroyer, the A-Wing Starfighter, as well as the Death Star 2 Battle. I'm really excited to check out these sets. And thank you so much for joining me while we do. Let's get to it. Shortly after May the 4th, I ordered the UCS Star Destroyer with A-Wing and the May the 4th Premium with purchase. These were some of the largest boxes that have found themselves on top of the storytelling stovetop. And honestly, I was afraid that my induction might crack. I don't even know the name of this poly bag. Is it the Z Hunter or something? I don't know. It's from the Clone Wars. I just had to pick it up. And this May the 4th Death Star 2 build, well, I love Death Star, so this was a no-brainer. All right, thank you for joining me for this unboxing of some LEGO Star Wars UCS sets. what should we open up first? I think we'll save this big boy for last. Let's take a look at the UCS LEGO Star Wars A-Wing. Fans have been clamoring for this A-Wing for some time. Those that had bought the X-Wing, the Y-Wing, the B-Wing, now they have an A-Wing. Unfortunately, this is my first one in the range, so I guess I'm going to have to wait for the re-releases, so for the third time around, because I don't think I'll be going back to buy the others. And as I mentioned to you before, I'm not really a big fan of most of these UCS sets for myself personally. I think they're great for your collection and for display, but I prefer the system size or a highly detailed smaller model like we saw in the Master Builder set. But anyway, here is the A-Wing Starfighter. So let's take a look at this. It's resealable on both sides, so I am going to open it on the right side here. Alright. Really love this box art. It's really nice. This might be some of the best. The lighting that they used on this is just fabulous. Alright, let's see the contents. Alright, bag 5, bag 4, bag 7, bag 2, 10, 8, bag 1, bag 6, the minifigures right here in bag 11, the exclusive cockpit piece, so the exclusive cockpit, bag 9, and bag 3 rather. So there are 11 bags in total. I don't see double bags, so I think there's just 11 bags in total for this one. And I really liked when LEGO used to, remember when heavy instruction booklets like this came with cardboard so that it protected them and they didn't get beat up like this? I don't know, especially if you're buying a UCS set, I have an expectation that this would come with cardboard so that it would not get damaged. It looks like, though, that I can flatten it out and it'd be okay, but I have received sticker sheets that have been damaged, as well as books that have been damaged because of the packing. And I don't want to go to LEGO every single time and go to LEGO customer support and then ask for new copies of things, because that's costing them money, and then so it's not my objective. It is very cool though. They did include 2 sticker sheets. I've watched other reviews and unboxings, and they even talk about it here in the booklet, about the fact that why they are including 2, and I think that's cool. I actually wish that LEGO would include 2 sticker sheets in system sets, because I've made mistakes before, and there's nothing worse than misappropriately putting a sticker on your set and then having the set be ruined or the sticker be ruined when taking it off. And they have the QR code here too for the LEGO Life app, I presume. Perhaps I'm assuming that the instructions are available on that. As an aside too, one of the things that I don't like about the LEGO Life app is a number of sets are not on there. So you scan the QR code and it says that the code is invalid or doesn't exist. Yeah, but it's a valid set, so I don't get it. But you can download the instructions from lego.com as well. Anyway, here's the UCS book. Looks pretty cool. Because I'm not going to build this for some time, I'm not going to open this up right now for this unboxing, just to preserve not only the book, but also the stickers until the time that I'm ready. I am, however, going to extract the exclusive minifigure from bag 11. So let's just box this back up. for right now. And let's not forget this. I really wish that the UCS plaques with these exclusive plates here, these plates are quite cool, but I really wish that this was a printed part. I wish all UCS sets had printed parts, mainly because of the fact that this is very difficult to apply this without bubbles, and yeah, it's just a lot of room for error. But I guess maybe these are expert sets, so they're expecting you to be a bit better builder than perhaps I am. All right, here's bag 11. What I typically do when I'm extracting, because as I mentioned in prior videos, I really am focused more so on collecting minifigures than anything else. So I often will buy the set to be built at a later time, of course, whenever I have more space. What I like to do though is extract the minifigures right away. So I usually will just empty the bag out enough until I have what I need for the minifigure. Almost there, almost have all the parts, just have to get his exclusive torso. You want to be very careful doing this, of course, so that you don't accidentally lose any of these parts. Because can you imagine if it's a very ultra unique part, and then you go and go to build this, say maybe 3 years from now, 5 years from now, and you can't find that one exclusive part because it fell out of the bag. So I usually will reseal these bags before I'll put it back in the box awaiting a future build. It kind of bums me out that these are all white bricks right here, because by the time I come back to this particular bag, if I haven't vacuum sealed it, these parts could have changed color. And then the rest of the set will be one shade of white, and then this will be another. All right, putting together the torso, show you the different expressions. So I believe what makes this minifigure unique is the torso, obviously the color, the printing on the legs here, and then this head print that is right here. So I'm going to give him the worried expression right now for when he smashes his A-Wing into the bridge of a well, not of the Super Star Destroyer, of a normal, well, actually he did go into the Super Star Destroyer, but there's a super size but normal Star Destroyer here. And then what also makes this mini exclusive is his helmet. So here is the exclusive minifigure from the 2020 LEGO Star Wars UCS A-Wing right here. I'm excited to add him to one of my story boxes, and I'll just extract his weapon later. Move these over to the other side of the kitchen for now. Alright, I blew it taking a blurry picture of the front, but look at the beauty of this box. I really like the coloring of the black with just the white, and the lighting is so good. Look at this exclusive mini. I just, very premium feel to this. So I couldn't wait to unbox it and check it out. So here's a number of the bags pulled out, the instruction booklet and the sticker sheet right there for you. I've not yet built this. I've read and watched some videos online. It seems to be not so complex, but I've read it's an enjoyable build. But as always, I extract the minifigure and immediately add that to my collection, pending what I'll decide to do with the set in the future. All right, I'm not going to open up this poly bag because, as I mentioned, that I just save these. If I have duplicates, I will usually build one, but I just bought one of these. I'm just going to have it as part of my collection. I'm not going to actually build this one. So this, however, is a different story. And I love the box that this is in. I think the box art is fantastic. This is going back to the debut at Darth Vader's castle. I really like this design. and let's check it out. This is a resealable box, just like the other two are, making this a bit of a collector set. Alright, so remove that. Has the hinges right here. And here we go. Opens up. The greebling design is on the flip top edges there. And just taking a look at this, it has 3 bags. So that's not bad. That should be a quick build that we'll do. I'll do a speed build of that for you and then show that. And here's the instruction booklet. And has some extra photograph on there. Pretty standard. I don't see a QR code for this, so this wouldn't be on the LEGO Life app, unfortunately. But I'm sure the instructions are downloadable at some point anyway on the lego.com site. Alright, we'll build this one in a little bit. Before we do that though, I've been wanting to open this up for some time. About a week now, I guess. Let's see. Whenever I get a UCS set, I like having this original box, because then, this original shipping box rather, because then you could store the set box in it perfectly. I want to give a shout out to Ryan at Manned Productions there, because of just the joke about me thinking that the set was insanely expensive. But after getting it on sale, here it is. And it's heavy, by the way. It is a heavy box. And it says right here, do not put on shelf because it's too heavy. In fact, the box is wearing right there. All right, sliding this bad boy out. All right, here it is. This is the Ultimate Collector Series Star Destroyer. I believe this is the second largest LEGO Star Wars set. The Millennium Falcon that came out in 2018 being the largest, then followed by this being the second largest. And I think Taj Mahal fits in the middle there of those two. But this doesn't say the piece count on here. The A-Wing has the piece count on it, so I don't remember off the top of my head, but this is gigantic. Actually, there's some instructions on here about how to open it, so why don't I just put these on, take a quick look here. Oh, it's telling you to use your utility knife right on the side, and it's saying to open it on this particular side, as opposed to, it says do not open the box on this side. All right, let's take a look at the box art. Great view of the underbelly of the Star Destroyer. Just showing off, there's a TIE Fighter and the Tantive 5 that can go in here. This is a beautiful shot of the Star Destroyer being displayed, but built on not on Coruscant, on Corellia, where the Star Destroyers were built. We saw this in Solo: A Star Wars Story. so in canon, showing off the different angles or different features of the Star Destroyer. Here's the schematic, the Tantive, as well as the 2 exclusive figures that come with the set, which I'm very excited about. Let's see if there's anything on the bottom. And nope, nothing special on the bottom, just the same thing that was on the top. So that I don't damage the box, I'm going to use a knife to do this here. I still have my original LEGO box for the UCS Falcon, the shipping box, as well as this and all of the contents for that. Never going to sell it, probably shouldn't even bother hanging on to it, but I will for a while. I've actually so inside of what is now the empty box for the Falcon, I store a lot of poly bags and extra figures and different things. So a way to make use of the space, perhaps. All right. Oh, very cool. Okay. So now, let me swing this open for you so you can see it. Here's a picture of the Star Destroyer. That looks fantastic, doesn't it? Looks right out of, looks like it's popping right out of Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, right over Tatooine, as Leia's ship is being pursued by Darth Vader. And then, cool Imperial logo right there. Let me hop in front of the camera here, sorry. And some schematics. This is now reminding me a bit of the UCS Falcon. And wow, very cool. So here is one box, blank on one side, but has schematic on the other. I'm assuming that is the instructions, based on the size and the weight of that. And then here we have the images that put together the Star Destroyer. It's interesting that the boxes were put in this way. I probably would have turned it the other way, considering this is the top and this is the bottom. But okay, I'm nitpicking. And here they are. So let's take them out. Here is the top box. So it's showing the Star Destroyer there. The next box showing the Star Destroyer actually wraps around the box. That's pretty cool. Again, having some more wrappage around there. We have the third or fourth box of parts anyway. And then the final box. So I guess the fifth one, fourth of parts. Very cool. I actually think I did a better unboxing when I unboxed the UCS Millennium Falcon in my parents' house back in Massachusetts on their kitchen floor. Here I have the right lighting and the right setup, and I'm not doing as good a job. Alright, so this is the UCS Star Destroyer box right there with its 5 boxes. So 1, 2, 3, 3. Four. And this instruction booklet is heavy. And there's actually no image on this. Just double checking, and then that sits on the top. All right, so there you have it. Here is the UCS Star Destroyer, unboxed, if you will, complete with the shipping box. I'm going to do individual. We'll go to another part of the kitchen where I'll break down and do each of those individually. But before I do that, also we've got the premium with purchase right here that I showed you. And the UCS A-Wing. So add in the fact that I still have the Master Builders Cloud City to do. There's a heck of a lot of building. Oh, and I have the Disney train. So there's a lot of sets that need to be built in the Marketing Kitchen for some upcoming videos as well. All right, when you next see me, I'm going to be opening these up, looking for the 2 exclusive minifigures. As some viewers have expressed, they prefer static photos as opposed to the video. So I've put together a slideshow of the unboxing, if you will, just taking some pictures of the gorgeous box art as it sits on my counter. Just to give you a size comparison too, it's as large as my microwave. And just assembling for you the design on all of the boxes and showing you the contrast with the mini as well as the system size Star Destroyer. And here is the instruction booklet. I actually decided not to open this box up just yet until I am ready to do the build, because I'm not sure whether I will build this here in Singapore or whether I'll transport it back to the US and build it there. So figured it's just best to keep everything locked up. All of the boxes have different numbers on them, and the numbers can be found in different spots, but this is the box for the minifigures. So if you wanted to extract just the minifigures alone, I've highlighted this box here for you, as well as the bags that it is in, so that you don't have to fish through the entire set for them. So they're actually spread apart or spread across in 2 bags, and they're both #1 bags. There are several #1 bags, but just those 2. And here are the 2 exclusive minis not yet put together, one with the dual molded legs on the left and the other with the printed arms. And I am a huge fan of the Empire, as you probably know. So I had to absolutely buy this set, even if I was never going to build it, just to get the minis. Again, the box art is so beautiful here. The aftermarket price for these figures alone is anywhere from $75 to $100. So if you figure, let's just go with the $200 including the shipping, and I paid $525 for the set altogether, then it just made total sense for me to buy the UCS set, as well as to get the premium with purchase on May the 4th. And again, that was my logic behind getting the A-Wing as well. Not yet sure whether or not I will keep the sets as part of my collection, or whether, you know, I don't know, I'll sell them on Bricklink or on eBay. All right, let's take a look at the unboxing close-up of this wonderful premium with purchase of the Death Star 2 Battle. As you know from prior videos, I love the Death Star, so I had to add this to my collection. And I also have the Battle of Endor set and the Battle of Hoth set of the same line, so had to have this for part of the collection. There's only 3 poly bags in this, as I've highlighted here, one of them containing the exclusive print. And from what I've read on Brickset, there is also one exclusive brick. It is the transparent one that is used for the cockpit of the A-Wing. A number of people have commented that the A-Wing is a bit clumsy here, and ones we've seen in the Advent calendar are better, and I would agree, but it's not too bad. It actually looks a bit like the Star Speeder from Star Tours. These are the leftover parts. I always love receiving leftover bricks. I think the build overall is pretty good. I think it's representative of the surface of the Death Star 2, still under construction. I like the TIE Interceptor. I think they did a nice job with that. Though rather than utilizing that transparent 1x1 round, I would have preferred they use the Arkenstone from The Hobbit. It would have made for a nicer cockpit. And I've bought some of those on Bricklink in the past to customize my smaller build ties. And I could not resist but take this Death Star 2 and place it inside my Death Star, just as a comparison. I'll eventually rebuild the Death Star and create a surface to it, perhaps using this as inspiration. Here's a preview of our next episode, something you've been asking for since January of 2019. My most popular video to date. I just can't believe how explosive this one was. It was my review of Snoke's Throne Room, which included 2, to this day, unique minifigures, as well as the Elite Praetorian Guard Battle Pack, of which you asked me, and I did. I bought 2 of them. And I'm also going to give you a peek at the Elite Praetorian Guard from the LEGO magazine. When combined, complete Snoke's Throne Room in our next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember, there's always fresh content simmering on our storytelling stovetop. So whatever happens in this kitchen shouldn't stay in this marketing kitchen. I'm Ron Vining, your host, reminding you to invite your family and friends to the next episode of Marketing Kitchen TV.